day, a new week. Good morning and welcome to the morning news right here on TV3. We come to you live from our studios at Desawe Kanda here in Accra. We also streaming live on Facebook at TV3 Ghana. My name is Safwa Bwahine, and now to the headlines. Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies welcomes the government's decision to postpone the implementation date of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy to June 16, 2025. Also coming up, Volta Regional Minister James Gunu announces the award of Phase 2 of the Blekuso Sea Defence Project to Amandi Holdings Limited. And in international news, Rwanda pulls out of the Central African Regional Bloc following a diplomatic row over its alleged involvement in the conflict in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. We have details of this and many more coming up shortly. Please stay with us. Many thanks for joining us this morning. Let's settle for the details now. And the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, has commended the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, the Ministry of Finance, the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, and the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, for their collaborative approach. This follows the review of the implementation date of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy under the Energy Sector Levies Act 2025, Act 1141, from the initially announced 9th June to 16 June 2025. CEO of Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, and Industry Coordinator, Dr. Revesenopon COMAC, spoke with TV3.
The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies will not stand in the way of the government to raise capital to sort out the energy sector debt, particularly when it comes to procuring fuel. We have raised our issues through press statements, through letters, and unfortunately today we woke up to an early morning letter, 8 a.m. dated on Friday, that this implementation was starting tomorrow. We believe that was too hasty and a bit rushy. Because, you know, before any window starts, there are a lot of things that go in there. We have agreed now with GRA that the implementation can never be tomorrow because there is, first of all, lack of stakeholder engagement. We are glad to comply, but the steps needed to do same can never be achieved tomorrow. Operationally, it was impossible. And I think there was miscommunication there, that GRA thought that the next window was tomorrow. And I believe that this is why we always call for stakeholder engagement. We are ready to sit down with GRA starting tomorrow to make sure that the needed support from our members will be given going forward from the 16th of June.
Away from that, the Volta Regional Minister James Gunu has announced in a Facebook post that the government has awarded Phase 2 of the Blekuso Sea Defence Project to Amandi Holdings Limited. This move is expected to bring hope to residents of Agavedzi, Salakope, and surrounding coastal communities battered by destructive tidal waves. Assembly member for Amutunu Salakope electoral area, Kumewu Sylvester, expressed delight about the news.
Thank you for having me. I would say that my people are overwhelmingly positive and frankly filled with relief after so many years of living with the constant threats of the sea, witnessing their homes and livelihood washed away. This news from government feels like a lifeline. Primarily, the people expect a swift and efficient commencement of the project. Every day that passes without action is another day our coastline and our future is at risk. Again, it is the people's hope that the sea is dredged so as to reclaim the land for future use. The people have lost their livelihood, and so they are expecting that governments give them capital to, as it were, rejuvenate their businesses and get their livelihood back on track. Again, they expect a constant supply of food items and water. as well as essentials like their healthcare. They are also advocating for a permanent structure alongside.
Let's now take you to the eastern region where farmers in Potrase are losing farmlands to unethical mining activities that has also diverted the polluted the Densu River. Yvonne Nikwe reports as a result, several access roads to their farms have been cut off, leading to increased post-harvest losses.
Potrase community and its surrounding areas in the Ebuakwa South municipality of the eastern region are blessed with rich natural resources. But the devastation of farmlands and the Densu River by illegal and irresponsible mining activities threatens to turn the blessing into a curse.
So this is Potrase community blessed with river bodies, forest lands, arable lands and farmlands. But unfortunately, as I speak to you, the river body is polluted, farmlands gone. Farmers would have to do long distance, risking their lives, crossing behind me, mining lands before reaching their foodstuffs. Foodstuffs are no more getting to town because they cannot get it. It's been a dire situation for them and the people of this area. They're asking for one thing, that government and the Ministry of Natural Resources step in to stop irresponsible mining.
But this obedi say juma we no kwasem ni nyame ni. This
challenge is leading to decreased food production in addition to the potential health risks it brings.
Kuku kura eba kurambu first. The number of kuku anaka eba usu se ebe buaba no. Sese no kuku na swate kura half kura ko.
The illegality is reportedly happening under the blind eye of some local chiefs.
Ono ma dikan akọ forest nim no mo dikan akọ ye adwuma ansana yen asombete mo lelete bia aba say efiabam mineral commission na aba also be kan na bibia so be hwe bibia na bibia so ye okay.
But not all are silent. Some concerned youth are rising up to protect what's left of their land.
Yeah, we want to make sure where we saw as forest will be seen again as forest. Because of that, we want to maintain the natural state of Etiwa.
Chebi Forestry Commission Manager Ousa Mayao has vowed to ensure that illegal miners face full force of the law.
For Chebi District, please don't venture. So what betides you if you are caught? I'll make sure that I'll hand over to the law. Please, you can continue with your outside reserve destruction, but for the forest reserve, don't try it.
Environmentalists believe more agency is required from government to clearly address and stop the irresponsible mining menace.
There is the need to take strict action. So yes, we've seen action, but it's not as we expect it to be.
The current level of destruction to farmlands, forests and water bodies, serious questions remain. Government must do more to fulfill its social contract to protect the environment and still meet the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 6 and 15 on clean water, halting biodiversity and restoring ecosystems.
Let's still stay on the issue of illegal mining, in other terms, Galamsey, because in the Central Region, authorities from the Ghana Health Service in the Commander Edina Eguafo Ebrim municipality have raised concerns over illegal mining activities near the Brenu Achinim Chips compound. These activities pose a serious threat to the community's only health facility, which serves about 1,000 residents. Correspondent Thomas Khan has filed this report.
Brenu Achinim has a population of about 1,000. Most of its residents depend on fishing or peasant farming as their primary source of income. The community is deprived and lacks many basic social amenities. The news team was greeted by dozens of submerged homes as a result of tidal waves caused by excessive sand winning, which some residents described as a canker eating away at the community. Worsening the situation are illegal mining activities along the shoreline, carried out by some of the youth. This has raised serious concerns. The Ghana Health Service Directorate and other concerned individuals fear that if the situation is not addressed, the only health facility in the area could be at risk. Dr. Martin Danku is the Commander Edina Eguafo Ebrim Municipal Director of the Ghana Health Service.
This has been put in place to bring healthcare to them. but the activities of the Galamsey are a threat to the facility's existence. They are digging behind it from the sea to the clinic, the chest compound at the back of it. They have dug so close to it. If care is not taken, this thing can collapse in the next few years. If that happens, it's going to affect healthcare delivery in this community.
Dr. Martin Danku also spoke about other challenges facing the facility.
There are not adequate accommodation. The staff have no accommodation. And so this is a school that was converted into a chest compound. We have enough rooms that home maintained can provide accommodation for the staff. And also equipment, we lack equipment for the facility.
The assemblyman for the community, Bonko Mensah, also confirmed that Breno Achinim is grappling with both sand winning and illegal mining. He fears the community could lose its only health facility.
The chip compound can easily collapse, and it will have repercussion on the community. Because when it is collapsed and somebody falls sick, where are we going? Unless Elmina or I'm paying to when the sea is covered with water. We can't go there. And even if you go there, they will segregate. They will say that you are from Benachim. And they will not look after you as you are here.
Some worried residents also called on authorities to act swiftly.
You're to one number, you know, come out from Peno for now. Youth boys no Guhana. Don't what I want to say. When I swear it's an anchor sense in there.
We have put in place the necessary actions, but they have refused to stop the illegal mining.
There will be no more for so what the power would be done at the public. When it's low. The boys now joining pa the guarantee in the wind.
Apart from the young wooting of Canano, not Galamsey wooting or hand me day.
The Galamsey, as well as the sand winning, has to stop. They must look for something else to do other than these.
Some youth involved in the mining activities justified their actions, blaming the lack of job opportunities. They claim their form of mining is not a major threat, arguing that there is still sand left on the shore.
We all can't leave this town, leaving our families behind. Besides, there are no jobs apart from the Galamsey.
Meanwhile, the municipal director of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Martin Danku, has scheduled a community engagement and is calling for the support of all stakeholders.
Away from illegal mining, the headmistress of Sankor Senior High School in the Hunter West Municipality in the Western Region, Otilia, Alabama, is appealing for a quick intervention to secure the land document to protect the school from future encroachment. Still in the Hunter West Municipality, the Western Regional Minister Joseph Nelson has expressed dismay to the poor sanitation at the Beidou Bunsu Senior High Technical School during a surprise visit to the school.
From humble beginnings in 2017, with 40 students, Sankor Senior High School now boasts of 710 students and impressive WASSCE pass rates. However, the school faces significant infrastructure gaps, including no science lab, assembly hall, sports field, among others. The headmistress, Otilia Akaba, is appealing for urgent attention to complete the remaining 10% of infrastructure work which has stalled since 2016. She has urged the Municipal Chief Executive, Ebenezer Aidu, and the Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson, to help obtain documentation for the school's land to safeguard it against future encroachment.
As we speak, the main building itself is uncompleted. The work is about 90% done. There are no washrooms for students when they come around, no washrooms for teachers as well. We don't have a decent kitchen and a dining hall to host our students. We use a shed for the dining hall. Even the tables and chairs in the dining hall is not enough to accommodate the students. The school land doesn't have a title deed, and the document on the land is not ready yet. So the community chief is not very happy with us. We are asking the assembly, the minister, and all those concerned with land issues to help the school secure the title deed for the school land.
Meanwhile, a surprise visit by the Western Regional Minister Joseph Nelson to Bedu Bonsu Senior High Technical School revealed a deplorable state of sanitation.
When you are surrounded by death and filth, it doesn't work out well, it doesn't speak well of you, does it? You should feel uncomfortable when you see these things in your classroom, the water, the sachet water bags, and all the rubbish you see around you. You should be very uncomfortable. In fact, you should not even have the situation, like that around you.
Headmaster Samuel Ofori Apia highlighted key challenges facing the school with the
Let's now bring you some more stories right here on TV3. And the Ghana Chamber of Mines has announced the appointment of Engineer Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe as its new Chief Executive Officer effective June 1, 2025. The acting CEO, Ahmed Dansana Nantogma, has been named as the Chamber's first ever Chief Operating Officer. These appointments mark a new chapter in the Chamber's objective to support inclusive growth, sustainability, and innovation in Ghana's mining sector. Engineer Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe brings to the Chamber a dynamic blend of leadership experience across the media, technology, infrastructure, and engineer sectors. Our CEO, Dr. Ashigbe, will lead the strategic direction of the Chamber, deepen stakeholder collaboration, and advance robust policy advocacy to support the mining sector's evolution. Let's bring you some international news where Rwanda says it is pulling out of a Central African regional bloc after a diplomatic row over its involvement in the conflict in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The country was supposed to take up the chairman role of the Economic Community of Central African States, ECAS, which rotates between its 11 members, but it was prevented from doing so at a meeting on Saturday in Equatorial Guinea. Announcing its decision to leave ECAS, Rwanda said its right to take up the chairmanship was deliberately ignored in order to impose the DRC's diktat. As a result, it saw no justification for remaining in an organization whose current functioning runs counter to its founding principles and intended purpose. The role comes as efforts to end the fighting in eastern DR Congo continue. Following U.S. mediation, Rwanda and DR Congo are working on a draft peace plan that is expected to be signed later this month. Rwanda has been accused of supporting M23 rebels in the east of DR Congo. The group has made major advances at the beginning of this year, taking the key regional cities of Goma and Bukavu. DR Congo, government, the US and France have identified Rwanda as backing the M23. And this is where we end the bulletin right here on TV3. Many thanks for joining us this morning. New Day continues right after the breather. Have a wonderful day.